It's the Craft Mac 1 from 4C Labs, 25% THC, less than 1% CBD, batch number A263846, expires on the 15th of the 7th, 2025. On the 16th of the 7th, 2025, it turns into gas. So, no, stop doing that voice. Miracle Alien Cookies, cultivated in Canada, packaged in the United Kingdom by Xeal. This is 45 quid for 5 grams, 85 quid for 10 grams, meaning that it's £8.50 if you buy 10 grams, or £9 a gram if you buy 5 grams. I have 5 grams, because I don't know what it's going to be like, and I don't want to spend £85. I'd rather spend £45 and find out if I want to spend £85 later on. Beta irradiated. There's low amounts in the country at the moment, but I think there's more coming in, and it's grown by KRFT in Canada. It's a hybrid, and it's bred by Capulator. I keep calling it Capitulator, but it's the Capulator cut. This has apparently been DNA tested to show that it is the original Capulator cut that this has come from. Proper Mac 1. Mac produces creative effects that are happy and uplifting. This strain features a smooth orange flavour that is balanced out by floral accents on a sweet, earthy finish. The epic tale of Miracle Alien Cookies begins with the breeding of a starfighter and a Colombian gold landrace strain. As the story goes, Capulator tragically left the seeds in the pocket of a pair of pants that found their way into the washing machine. Attempting to revive the soapy seeds, they were put into folded paper towels where they all germinated and seemed to be healthy. Unfortunately, all but one of the seedlings had died. That sole survivor, the 15th to be planted and the only one to survive, was thus dubbed Miracle 15. Miracle 15 was a male. This male was then bred with alien cookies, introducing the world to an award-winning strain to be known as Miracle Alien Cookies. Miracle Alien Cookies is a gorgeous resin-covered flower with a dank, gassy musk and sour citrus highlights. So as far as I'm aware, this is Mac 1 grown by KRFT, and they are trying to make a proper Mac 1, and they're saying it's like the Capitulator cut. I've done it again, saying that it's like the Capulator cut. Let's have a look at KRFT's website. KRFT do unicorn sherbet, which is from Cult Classic Seeds. 4C Labs, can we get some of that? When do we get unicorn sherbet? When's that coming in? Come on. Do we get that? Are we getting that? Will we get that? Should we get that? Can we get that? Are we having that? And if that comes in from KRFT, I'm going to go bananas wanting that. Cult Classic Seeds are absolutely fantastic. Please, 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 please. Anyway, let's get this open. See if we've got any apparent smell. Oh, there's a smell just in that bit. Now, a friend of the channel has alerted me to something. Yes, we have instructions on the bottom of how to use that inner flap, but they have pointed out to me that you can just grab it like a packet of crisps, and it opens even easier. That smells great. Let's have a quick look under my scoped them under the scope in the light. Oh my word, this is frosty. Wow, all the leaves, any leaves that are left on it are absolutely covered. The scope says there are some heads on the outside, a lot of it's cheesed, incredibly white all over the outside. There's some heads still in the process of degrading, so that's a decent sign for how fresh it might be. I'm not seeing a huge amount of heads on the outside, if any at all, but it does. It smells lovely. It smells very different to the Miracle Valley Mac. Yeah, there's a lot more fruit in there. It smells a lot more alive than the Miracle Valley Mac. It smells a lot more complicated. Yeah, there's a range of smells in there. Wow. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. So this is a cross of, as we said before, alien cookies, but also the Miracle part of it looks to be a hybrid of Starfighter and Colombian. Starfighter's a hybrid, Alien Cookies is a hybrid, Colombian is a sativa. So it's a hybrid with a little bit of sativa in it, and its terpenes are quite something. So we're over a quarter limonene, we're under a quarter caryophyllene, and we're, I don't know, maybe an eighth linalool, I think that is. So that's floral, lavender, spice gas, and citrus sour, which kind of makes sense. I'm not getting so much of the floral, but some spicy gassiness and citrus sour definitely in there. Sweet and creamy from a small amount of bisabolol. We've got some woody camphor coming from fenchol, and then we've got some more floral citrus coming from terpineol. Wow, there's a lot of terpenes there that we don't normally get. So yeah, the profile says that its dominant terpenes are limonene, caryophyllene, and linalool. Yeah, that makes sense. It's been e-beamed, hang-dried, hand-trimmed, and it looks fantastic. It looks great. I'm really excited to try this. I've had probably about a week off from doing doing flour. I've just been doing concentrates because my lungs have been suffering. My lungs don't appreciate it. So that's another reason why I do concentrates, and another reason why concentrates should be available on the market for people that want to do less vaping but still have the same effect. It's not the same effect that I would get from using a cart. The rosin cart just about gets there, but I get sick of doing flour. Before I went to medical, I was full-time doing just concentrates because it was so much better for my lungs, caused way less build-up in my lungs. Yeah, it's way less material to go through. It's just, all in all, it's just healthier for me. And concentrates do not mean that you are necessarily getting blasted out of your mind and that's why you're doing it. Concentrates to me is way less flour, way less vapor, way less material to get through. It's just nicer, more convenient and healthier for me. So in the last few weeks, I haven't been doing that much flour and my lungs are starting to return back to normal, thankfully. So that means this is the end of part 1 and it all leads up to part 2 being exactly what I was just decrying. Part 2 will be putting this in a bowl and seeing what the flavour is like, if it has any flavour at all. The entourage effect is really important with cannabis. If cannabis doesn't have all the flavours, you are not getting the medical help that it purports to give. You are just imbibing pure THC, which isn't necessarily a good thing. If there's no entourage effect with flour, and if the flour's dead, it gives me ocular migraines because pure THCA or pure THC isn't that great for me. I don't really like it, and it gives me ocular migraines which don't hurt, but they do send me blind. I get blinding light in my eye which spreads across my field of view, and then I can't see until it wears off. And I've got that from the McDonut, the papaya terps, various other flowers over the years. Gotta say, largely from Cantourage, some of it from Grow, largely from Cantourage though. They seem to not care about flavour and smell. Anyway, in part 2, we're going to do all that. We're going to look at it under the scope, and I'm going to shoot the scope footage immediately so I don't forget and I don't get through this before I've actually shot the scope footage. We'll stick it through the Purple Pro and we'll test its THC levels and its CBD levels and see what that looks like. We'll stick a bit at some point through the rosin press, which is over there, which will give us more data for whether this is worthwhile or not. And of course, we'll do the taste test. So this is part 1 out the way. This seems really promising. This seems really quite excellent, but we'll find out in part 2. Thank you for watching. Stay medicated, folks. Stay happy, stay classy, stay chilled, and stay tuned.